Uh, I'm sorry, I just forgot to announce one more important name, Mr. Shri Sundar ji from SAS. Welcome, sir.
Good morning to all of you. And this session is on emerging technologies. When I visualize emerging technologies, I see it in two ways. Is it something which is happening in the world somewhere and we intend to imbibe, we intend to follow, adopt, adapt, do whatever. And the second is, are we the ones who, for the sake of connecting technology with people, create emerging technologies? It is easy to follow, difficult to lead. But then, why we are here is not only to follow, not only to spend money and buy something, doesn't take us very far. But if that buying results in our innovations and we can have something better than whatever we have bought and then give it back to humanity, that is our idea. Otherwise, you would be followers, not leaders. Now, innovation has no bounds. If we have felt some need, it is we who will know how to approach the solution. We do not want to press fit a solution evolved somewhere else. So this is the approach that we intend to take, and in many cases we have been taking whenever we have faced challenges for public delivery. Every government wants to give more and more to its people. When we are having an overview of emerging technologies, it is something on those lines. So this is just to set the parameters right. And one of the things which has been mentioned for this session is big data analytics. Yes, it's an emerging field. Many big players are already into it. And we want to get into that field, learn from them, and create such wonderful solutions which will ensure that the e-government benefits are available to every citizen of the state, of the country, and of the world. Many times we have been telling in our visits abroad that the population is here. Most difficult and challenging requirements are here. If we develop some solutions based on all the inputs available across the globe, that solution will have much better applicability to other parts of the world which may have faced this kind of problem. So it is with that in mind that we have started some work. And I am not even for a moment saying that this work can be completed by us alone. We have to partner with private sector, we have to partner with academic institutions, we have to partner with the requirements of other countries and then create some solution. The solution which will be best suited for the teeming billions, I should say, keeping that in mind and to come home to the big data analytics, networking, etc. For big data analytics, Cabinet has already sanctioned a massive project and money of 20 crores is already approved. Why big data analytics and what are our gains? Number one, we have huge databases, but we have started maybe 3, 4, 5 years ago. So this is the time when we can focus on how to create the data structures, how to ensure that the granularity is right for the kind of applications that we may have in mind, how to ensure that the periodicity is right, how to ensure that we have the redundancy of data built in so that inaccurate data doesn't creep into our analysis. So this is right time for Bihar, when computerization is catching on at a feverish pace, that we design our data structures and we also design our processes. Since we are in the space of e-governments, the processes are very important. Coding is less important than that. Analytics always has the intelligence kind of solutions. But then what we intend to achieve has to be very, very clear. When we have tried to do something similar, we have faced those kinds of problems. And we would like to see that all government departments ensure that their processes are the best, they are re-engineered. We cannot live in an era where the processes were defined some 70, 80 or even 100 years ago. That vision was not available then. Today we have the vision, we know what all advancements in technology have taken place, and therefore we can encompass a much, much wider spectrum and try and attempt the solution. So I am sure there will be very positive movement. The nucleation has already been done by the state government. 20 crore funding is available as a first installment. We need to move properly, taking every stakeholder along. Similarly, yesterday I had said about networking. Maybe 5, 6 years ago, when the statewide area network might have been conceptualized, 8 Mbps would have been considered a great bandwidth. Today, many of us at our homes find that 8 Mbps is no good even for our home. In US, people are commonly using 50 Mbps for their home. Now, can we even for a moment think that this huge population, this huge administrative workload, government to people interactions, all that can be accomplished with 8 Mbps between district headquarter and the state headquarter? No, because we have seen when it chokes. So network has to be upgraded from time to time. We are in an era of disruptive technologies. So what was possible 6-7 years ago will definitely be done today, but much more could be achieved with much less money. When there was the question of integration of the universities network under National Mission on Education through ICT and the National Knowledge Network, since NME ICT trying to connect all colleges and universities had envisaged 200 Mbps to each university and 10 Mbps to each college. NKN on the other hand had to connect all the nodes with 1 gigabit per second. And when we tried integration, without spending any more money that was sanctioned for NME ICT, University and College Network, without spending any more fund on that, we could achieve 5 times bandwidth, 5 times enhanced bandwidth, and 4 times enhanced duration. So, in a span of about 2 years, the same money fetched us 20 times more returns. What was it? It was a simple transition from copper wire based connectivity to optical fiber based connectivity. And this is not an example from air. This we have done when I was in Ministry of HRD. So this is a living example. Now, initially everything is very costly if a new technology has come, but later on it settles. The capacity of an optical fiber to carry data is immense. We are talking in terms of gigabits per second, but up to even 40 terabits per second could perhaps be transmitted through the optical fiber. Of course, the end equipment will have to be designed that way. So when we are thinking of networks, we have to think of these solutions for the future. We don't have to be content with what we can connect today. And when yesterday I said, why can't we connect all our districts with 10 gigabits per second, I think the cost remains the same. Maybe if newer technologies come in the field of optical communication and our routers and switches are made lambda enabled, so 10 gig will be the initial one. Maybe we go to 100 gigs or terabits per second. Perhaps the same would upgrade us, our speeds, from gigabit range to terabit range. For that, we have to plan today. We have to flag our requirements today for the industry to catch up, industry to take notice of it and then deliver. How did Akash come about? What is so innovative about Akash tablet? The innovation is not in creation of a tablet. And we grappled with the situation for maybe 5-6 years before we could succeed. The innovation was in the designing concept itself. And what was that designing concept? We started by saying this is for the people. So we do not approach the solution from the high end. We approach the solution from the other end, where whatever minimum is essential, that will be brought in. And what happened? Tablets are in abundance. But then tablets which can deliver good quality performance if the price is 2000 rupees or less. Volumes are huge. We did achieve that. The essence is that if we are able to identify our requirements and we are able to show to the industry that this has so much of potential and so much of market, the research starts veering towards the solutions needed, and that helps people, that also helps the innovators, and it is a win-win situation for all. Yes, in the short run maybe some people might lose, but when we are designing for future, we have to keep these things in mind. And this session will also focus on security aspects. Very important, because now the communications, if not properly secured, can lead to various unpleasant results. We all have become so much dependent on technology, and this technology, this IT, runs on so many switches, on-off kind of scenario, the binary data stream, which many people may not be able to know to what extent it is vulnerable. So it is for us, both the governments, the industry and the academia, to design such products or to have such software which can actually ensure and assure people that your transactions, your communications and your usage is safe. You can go ahead and do it. Otherwise, if that confidence is broken, our banking, our research, all that activity will come to a grinding halt. The immense enhancement in research collaboration has happened because of internet. But then if people know that one's research work or thesis may be siphoned off without any permission, that collaborative regime will break down. So we have to create some kind of structures. Maybe we can start it here, where a forward-looking view is taken, and both for newer applications, for newer devices, highly cost-effective communication and safe applications, safe communication, all that emerges from our requirements. And if we are able to do that, which I am sure we will be, there will be no stopping us. And I can also say that the kind of vision that we have got from our Honorable Chief Minister and the support that we are getting, perhaps all that could be accomplished here in Bihar in maybe 1 year time, and we can show the world where we are. So I only urge upon everyone present here and all the people from academia, industry and government to put their brains together and create such solutions, or at least create such pathways on which we can have this kind of continuous momentum towards innovating and getting newer and newer technologies.